guys, what's up? We have a new Rarity collection, courtesy of the 20 years Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been holding strong for. This news is brought to you by VJump and yugioh.jp, the official Japanese source for Yu-Gi-Oh! News. It is to be called Yu-Gi-Oh! Official Card Game Duel Monsters Rarity Collection 20th Anniversary Edition, and is to be released as of the 10th of February 2018. Each pack will have 4 cards costing 300 yen before tax, and there are 15 packs within a box, so a box has 60 cards. Dark Magician the Dragon Knight is a level 8 Dark Dragon Fusion effect monster with 3000 attack and 2500 defense, and it requires a Dark Magician and a Dragon monster. Its card effect reads, this card's name becomes Dark Magician while on the field or in the graveyard. Your opponent cannot target spell or trap cards you control with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. This, at first reading, does not seem that impressive, considering that you would just target this card first before going for your back row. But what if I was to tell you that this could be brought back with the continuous trap card, Eternal Soul? Since this would be a Dark Magician, it could be brought back by this card, and its protection effect is necessary, especially with this card, as if Eternal Soul is removed, it blows up Raigekis your own field. This form of protection enables Dark Magician to go into many plays without fear of destruction, whilst this is around. It also works with any and all spell and trap cards that require a Dark Magician on the field, including but not limited to Miracle Restoring, which acts like a Call of the Haunted effect, Magic Formula, which would raise its attack to 3700, Dark Magic Expanded, which can protect your other spellcasters for that turn. I know I will get this in the comments later, so I'll clarify now that though this is a dragon, and that some of the support won't directly help this card, what it will do is protect the others on the field, especially if you're unfortunate not to draw into your Dark Magicians. Thousand Knives, which can destroy a monster, and Dark Magic Attack, which can remove your opponent's back row. Not to mention that this card works in conjunction with the Eye of Timaeus spell card, as it is a fusion monster that has a Dark Magician as one of its required materials. It also benefits from additional protection in the form of Safe Zone, as it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, whilst the fusion protects Safe Zone. I also enjoy the little bit of irony involved, where this card has the same stats as Blue Eyes White Dragon. Looks like Kaiba isn't the only one to have a powerful dragon in his deck. The one downside to this card is that since this card provides itself with no protection, and Castell is still in use, it could simply be bounced back to the deck very quickly and remove its back row protection. Since Castell is very generic, all decks can run it. I don't see this as much of a downside though, as you just have to run negation effects to prevent this from happening. This card was released in the Legendary Dragon decks as an ultra rare on the 5th of October 2017. This was relatively recent, and when purchasing that you would have been guaranteed to get this, so it didn't need the reprint. Shooting Star Dragon is a Wind Dragon Synchro level 10 with 3300 attack and 2500 defense, and requires a Tuner Synchro monster and a Stardust Dragon. Its effect is, once per turn, you can excavate the top 5 cards of your deck, shuffle them back in. Also, this card's maximum number of attacks per battle phase this turn equals the number of tuner monsters excavated. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that would destroy a card on the field, you can negate the effect, and if you do, destroy it. Once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can target the attacking monster, banish this card, and if you do, negate that attack. During the end phase, special summon this card, banished by this effect. This card is able to attack up to 5 times. This is a decent effect, but to guarantee this effect, you will need an effect in order to stack your deck, otherwise you are likely to get only 1 or 2 attacks within the turn. This card can once per turn negate an effect that will destroy a card. This is beneficial as unless your opponent has multiple destruction effects, they will waste their cards trying to get rid of this. The final effect protects it from being attacked, as it gets banished and then gets special summoned from the banish zone. It has a very strong attack stat and can be game ending in the right situation. This first came out as a secret rare in the Collectible Tins 2010 Wave 2 on the 2nd of November 2010, and its latest release was as a super rare in Legendary Collection 5D's Mega Pack on the 23rd of October 2014. This has been a good 3 years and needed the reprint due to all releases being higher rarity. Elemental Hero Honest Neos is a light warrior level 7 with 2500 attack and 2000 defense, and its effect is, during either player's turn, you can discard this card, then target one hero monster on the field. It gains 2500 attack until the end of this turn. During either player's turn, you can discard one hero monster. This card gains attack equal to the discarded monster's attack until the end of this turn. You can only use each effect of Elemental Hero Honest Neos once per turn. This card is able to boost your hero monster by 2500 attack for the turn. This can prevent your opponent from either attacking into your monster if you search for it, or if they are unaware of this, they'll be attacking into a monster, losing a card, and taking significant battle damage. If you look at some of the weakest heroes, such as Elemental Hero Bubbleman, it would still become a 3300 attack monster. The best part is this works during either turn, and works for any hero decks you want to use. This came out as an ultra rare in Duelist Sage on the 30th of March 2014. This was this is pretty much 4 years ago, and since it has no other releases, this was required. Pot of Desires is a normal spell card that says banish 10 cards from the top of your deck, face down, draw 2 cards. You can only activate one Pot of Desires per turn. This card is able to let you draw 2 cards, with the downside of having 10 of your cards permanently banished. As there are currently no cards that can recover face-down banished cards, this means you can lose some of their best cards, in the process making it far too risky for use. At one point this was a very used card, until people realised this was harming them more than helping. There are better draw cards which have different restrictions to them. This came out in the Dark Illusion as a secret rare on the 4th of August 2016, and the other release was as an ultra rare in the 2017 Megatins on the 24th of August 2017. This has been at least 7 months. It needed the reprint due to the rarity, but is not that much used. Silent Magician is a light spellcaster at level 4 with 1000 attack and 1000 defense, with the following effect. Cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned from your hand by attributing one spellcaster type monster, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. This card gains 500 attack for each card in your hand. Once per turn during either player's turn, when a spell card is activated, you can negate the activation. If this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card in its owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon one Silent Magician monster from your hand or deck, except Silent Magician, ignoring its summoning conditions. This is an ultra rare from the Duelist Pack Rivals of the Pharaoh on the 15th of September 2016. This is a bit over a year and needed the reprint as this has been its only release. Gamma Seal the Sea Turtle Kaiju is a Water Aqua level 8 with 2200 attack and 3000 defense, and its effect is you can special summon this card from your hand to your opponent's field in attack position by attributing one monster they control. If your opponent controls a Kaiju monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in attack position. You can only control one Kaiju monster. During either player's turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect, except Gamma Seal the Sea Turtle Kaiju, you can remove 2 Kaiju counters from anywhere on the field, negate the activation, and if you do, banish that card. This card is the weakest kaiju and the most popular as it gets rid of your opponent's monster. The second effect is never used as you don't usually use kaiju counters. This is the most expensive one, so by being reprinted will hopefully reduce the price to a reasonable level. This came out as a rare in Dimension of Chaos on the 5th of November 2015, and most recently as a rare in the 2016 Megatin on the 1st of September 2016, which is just over a year ago. Knight Express Knight is an Earth machine at level 10 with 3000 attack and 3000 defense, and its effect is cannot be special summoned from the deck. You can normal summon this card without tributing, but its original attack becomes 0. This card can be normal summoned immediately, but with the downside of becoming 0 attack. This is used within the rank 10 train deck. This came out as an ultra rare in Yu-Gi-Oh! Zeal World Dual Carnival bundles on the 26th of June 2014 and has not had any other release. Left Arm Offering is a normal spell card that says if you have 2 or more other cards in your hand, banish your entire hand, add 1 spell card from your deck to your hand. You cannot set spell or trap cards during the turn you activate this effect. This card is very specific and requires you to have a hand size of at least 3, of which you banish the other cards to search for any spell card from your deck. This can be useful if there is a certain spell that you're banking on that will provide enough advantage. The non-setting effect does not bother most decks in how they work. This came out as a super rare in the Millennium Pack on the 14th of April 2016. This is coming out for 2 years ago and is very costly to purchase due to its rare. The final card is Traptrix Rafflesia. It is an Earth Plant Xyz rank 4 with 300 attack and 2500 defense and requires 2 level 4 monsters. Its effect is this card is unaffected by trap effects while it has Xyz material. Traptrix monsters you control, except Traptrix Rafflesia, cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Your opponent cannot target Traptrix monsters you control, except Traptrix Rafflesia with card effects. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card and send 1 whole normal trap card that meets its activation conditions from your deck to the graveyard. This effect becomes that trap card's effect when that card is activated. This is an effective Xyz monster and is part of the rank 4 toolbox. It provides your other Traptrix monsters with protection and can activate the effect of any trap hole card from your deck, stopping your opponent from maximizing from their turn. What do you think of these cards? Were there any surprises in there? And which was your favourite? Leave your comments down below, like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and as always, thank you for taking the time to watch this.
And